Yo, how's it going, people? It's Subject Death 00, back with another video of Days Gone. I already finished the main story, and now I'm just uploading the final clips of it, or the final parts of it. I wanted to show this first because this is my second horde that I dealt with. Um, and this one is the famous Sawmill one, which I think was shown in the demo or something like that. I'm not sure. I gotta look back. But yeah, it's a really big horde, which I died several times because it was a huge challenge. Like it was a bigger challenge than the first horde that I had to deal with during the main story. Um, but I'm glad to have finally accomplished in defeating this horde because it was I died several times because I was ill prepared. So forgive me during this whole entire video because I was ill prepared. I don't have all the Nero injectors that boost the stamina and health, as well as the focus. As well as I didn't have the necessary items to craft all the traps and Molotovs and grenades and all that. All I just basically picked up what was available to me at the time and just bare bones it through. Um, and luckily for me, in my case, I had some extra ammo on my bike, which I was able to use at my advantage. Um, Cause man, these freakers or whatever I think it's freaks. I mean, he calls them freaks. I'm gonna call them freaks. They are difficult. Matter of fact, I don't know what's more challenging. Days Gone's infected horde or World War Z's zombie horde, which that game is known for the hordes just piling onto you, climbing up or scaling up the walls by climbing on top of each other. It's actually one of my favorite games, but I have to wonder. I have to beg the question, like, which is more difficult? I mean, in World War Z, you get a lot of ammo and a lot of explosives. Like, you don't craft anything, and as well as you got teammates with you, um, AI or players with you. I mean, I guess Days Gone would be more challenging because you got stamina limit. You got you're by yourself. You're just deacon. Um, but man, yeah. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna say Days Gone is probably more challenging and more difficult than World War Z's uh, zombie horde because you're just Deacon Saint John. I mean, that's all you are, Deacon Saint John with three guns and limited amount of crafting materials and bombs and molotovs and all that. Forgive me for my speech as well. I'm still working on that. But yeah, uh, it's this game has been really great. And I'm probably gonna upload some more videos of me taking out hordes because um, that's like the next big thing that I have to do in the game. As well, I still need to do some other story side quests for other camps. Um, but yeah, um, that's why I wanted to talk off for the most part. But instead, now I'll just comment through with what I was doing here. So I tried to do this thing where I tried to shoot the tank and kill as many of them as possible. I was fumbling with that um, because it didn't go exactly the way that I wanted it to. It's like I still need to learn how to really funnel the horde in a straight line towards me, because there have been multiple times where I would go ahead and circle around the entire sawmill and I would still have some freaks coming from the side towards me, almost like closing me in, like doing like a claw maneuver or pincer maneuver where it just came from both sides and just devoured me, which happened multiple times, which really annoyed me, but I kept trying because I'm stubborn. Um, and then of course there's the ammo situation, which I had to run over to my bike when I was far enough away from the horde in order to grab the ammo as quickly as possible and keep moving forward. Um, which was another challenge because it's like this game like really it doesn't give you that much of an advantage like other games. Like it really tells you, or not tells you, but I guess in a way it indirectly shows that you really need to have the materials on hand in order to craft the cocktails, the molotovs, pipe bombs, traps, and a whole lot of other things to give you more of an advantage against the horde. And I did not pay attention to that. I'm an idiot. Okay, don't do what I do. You know, you can go ahead and call me a scrub. It's true. Okay, like as you can see right here again, that pincer maneuver. Or I almost died so many times during this part, but somehow I made it through. But yeah, this game really emphasizes that you need to have these materials, because if you don't, you're just gonna die with ease. Like they will surround you and devour you and just leave no crumbs. Which I learned that really the hard way, and I still ignored that that requirement that I needed to do in this game. But yeah, so you really need to do that, as well as, again, I need to really go after those neuro injectors in order to improve the stamina and the health and the focus of Deacon, because I mostly went for the stamina. So the stamina bar is kind of like almost full, but not fully full. Because I realized that, you know, early on, you know, for stamina you need that, because on foot you're mostly on foot when you're doing these, or not mostly, you are on foot for the entirety of fighting the hordes. Now you can just go to the bike and then just drive around in a loop, because that does not work out well at all. Matter of fact, that's a big no-no, because you can easily be knocked off and then just overwhelmed by the amount of freaks that just jump on you. It is crazy. It's honestly scary, and it makes me think about, like, if this was like a real world situation, I think a lot of us would be dead, because my god, there's so many. There's so many that they're able to easily surround you too. It's pretty scary and intimidating, which is something that I like about this game. It's not easy, but it's not overly difficult. So it's an interesting game, and something that I like about the hordes a lot. As you can see right here, I was during this time while I was running around, I was really trying to look around for more materials to pick up, as well as trying to put some fences, some barriers and distance between me and the horde, which I was failing miserably. Because they would come around the sides yet again, because, you know, I mean, it is my first time playing this game, and probably my 5th attempt in completing this horde, or annihilating this horde, which I have a hard time learning, but I learn, okay. But yeah, I still need to figure out how to just really funnel them in a straight line. And then I was looking around and trying to see what else I could do to really give myself an advantage. That's when I remembered that you can climb up onto the roof, but at the time I did not know how. So I went up here thinking, oh, I could climb up here, and no, it's too high to get up there. It wasn't gonna work out in my favor. Quickly realized that. Jumped down, tried to see if I could come in through here, and it wasn't gonna work out in my favor yet again because they are on my ass. It is man, they are fast. They are fast. It was something that I had to really take into consideration when doing this, because it's just like they are fast. They don't let up. They don't have a stamina depletion bar or a stamina bar. They can just keep running. And man, when you look at that horde behind you, it is scary. I was just, oh, this game does a really good job in just showing you how scary and how intimidating a horde of infected human beings, I guess. Yeah, they're infected human beings that just happen to be something else now. That they can just pile up on you, and they're just gonna continue to chase you until you either get a lucky break and you're able to escape with your bike, or you finish them all off. Because they're just unrelenting. They do not stop. And it is something that really gets my blood and my adrenaline pumping, because it is like, oof, I gotta in my mind, just like I gotta keep going. I just gotta find a way, defeat them, conserve some ammo, cut through here. Like, I was really thinking of how to get out of this situation and give myself a really good advantage, which it was really difficult because, I mean, the game doesn't hold your hand, and I'm glad for that. Like, there's a lot of games that really, you know, when they don't hold your hand, it's really good, because it's also very rewarding when you're complete it, and then it's just like, oh, I figured it out on my own. I was able to overcome it on my own. I used my brain to think about how to deal with this situation and overcome it, which is really great, I have to say, about this game, because you see all the exits and entrances, you see all the escape options, and you know, you have all these options, but it doesn't tell you, oh, go through there. It doesn't have like that indicator where it forces you to go in a specific area. You go in, you choose which way you want to go, and you know, good luck, I guess. At least that's my brain process of what I think about when I was trying to fight off this horde. And in my mind, I just kept going in a loop, because I just thought about like the time many years ago when I was playing Call of Duty Zombies. Me and my friends, and then as well as me and my cousin, would just do loops around the map, especially when you open up all the doors, or you open up enough doors so you're able to do a loop, and you're just funneling all the infected zombies, while the other person is getting guns or whatever else, pack-a-punch and all that. So I was in that mode in this moment, where I was just funneling. I was trying to build up my stamina and then run to give myself as much distance as possible. And then that's when I saw this, and I thought, oh, this is one of those key opportunities where they funnel in through that area, and I am able to take a couple of shots at them, which I did, which I'm glad about. But it still wasn't enough, especially when I was running out of ammo, and I was realizing that, and I was like, oh no. So I kept running, and then saw this, tried my best. Like, it's there, but it's like a split second as you're running, because it's like you're too focused on trying to escape the horde that you don't even realize it sometimes, you know. You got that I guess you could say like tunnel vision in my case, where I was just trying to look for the nearest exit, run through there, you know, focus, keep running, and I wasn't. I really. It took me a while to really open my eyes to every single option that was available to me, um, which was definitely a challenge on my part. But then I finally made it up here, trying to take out as much as possible, funneling them through that drawbridge. Or I get no, it's not a drawbridge. I don't know. I'm making up words at this point. Um, I really need to work on my speech. But yeah, then I saw that I was successful, and I tried to do it again. But this time I had to go back around because I think I was going to go back to my bike for more ammo because I quickly ran out of ammo. Um, which again, I was such an idiot in this moment because I was so stubborn into wanting to complete this. Matter of fact, no, I wasn't. It wasn't the fact that I was just stubborn. It was because of the fact that I wanted to complete the main story already, because I was already kind of like, I was pretty much over with and done. Like I wanted Deacon to win already, get his wife back and all that, and happy ending. That sort of situation. So I wasn't. I was just being really stubborn and not really thinking about the fact that, you know, I needed to go out and get the things that I need to get if I wanted to succeed. And of course, I almost died in that moment. So yeah, again, looping around. This honestly took me way longer than it probably should have. Like I'm probably sure the people who've played this game and that are veterans and that have really learned it quickly, they're probably looking at this and thinking, you could have finished this a lot quicker. But of course, me being an idiot did not really prepare for this. So yeah. So I kept moving, and I think this is the moment. No, I went through there. Okay, I went through there, trying to funnel them through, and then I went to my bike because I realized I needed ammo. Because if I didn't get the ammo, I was gonna die. Or I was just gonna run out of bullets and just keep running until I was able to get it, or just die. Then ran through the window. Ooh, yeah, they were on my ass. They were not gonna stop, which is definitely one of the scariest things in this game, because they just do not stop. They don't run out of stamina at all. It's crazy. All the while, Deacon St. John runs out of stamina time and time again. Oh yeah, this one I realized that you could use the flashbang to your advantage. I didn't think the flashbangs did anything, but they actually do a lot. They do enough. They do enough. Sheesh, there was a lot of them. Looking back at this now, it's like seeing how many of the freaks there are. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah, in this moment I forgot that I could go through the fence right there, so I just went all the way around the fencing, which actually was not bad because I was able to funnel them through this little tight area, and it gave me that much needed distance away from them, which I'm glad that I did that. Because constantly running through the same areas and then having the possibility of them coming around the sides was definitely annoying, and something that I didn't want to happen again. Because I died so many times trying to get through this, and that was because mainly, they came around the sides and I was just completely unaware, and I got overtaken within seconds of just doing the horde, of just shooting at the horde. Doing the horde. That's disturbing. That's disturbing. Hey, yo, doing the horde. um, oh yeah, and then there was that. Deacon says, "Shut the door," which again, that split second, like you don't pay attention. It's like I didn't pay attention, and I could have just closed the door. Saved me more time, um, and much more needed space, so I can take out the horde. But I don't know. My mind was a blur in this moment, just trying my best to take out as many as possible and succeed. And I remember my adrenaline just pumping. Like I was excited. And then of course one of the things I realized, which I didn't think it was possible, was the fact that they could climb up to where you're at from there on the side, on that little barn right there. And I realized, I was like, oh, so that's not a guaranteed spot. That's not a guaranteed like a safe spot to take out the horde and not be worried about getting overwhelmed from the side. Like it could still climb up and devour you. Like I was taken aback by that, because I was like, oh no, that's I gotta keep moving. So I kept moving, and I used everything to my advantage. Like I really like the fact that there was a lot of things that you can use to your advantage to create some distance, like all the fencing and walls and the wood stacks. It really used. I really used everything possible in my environment. There was probably a lot more that I could do, but hey, I was able to finish it at the end of the day, so I'm happy with that. I think this was the moment. Oh no, I went up the boxes. Oh no, I didn't go up the boxes. There was one point where I just closed the door, and I think I went up the boxes right there instead of going up the stairs. Um, and I turned around, shot at the red barrel. But of course, that wasn't great because there wasn't a huge amount of them there. But I did notice though, if you do let a lot of them, run towards you and they're in front of it, it's a lot more difficult to be able to shoot the red barrel and be able to take them out all at once. Because I mean, it's a bunch of freaks in the way, just piling up. So yeah, it wasn't gonna work out. Again, I was running out of more and more ammo. Just spraying and praying. Trying my best to survive. Sheesh, there were so many. Looking back. Matter of fact, I think this is the largest horde. I could be wrong. I know that this horde is definitely large. Like, matter of fact, it was bigger than the hordes that I had to deal with. Because then there was the one that I had to do for the story with the militia. And then there was another horde that I had to do for Iron Mike's camp, which was at a dig site, I believe. And it was a large horde, but it was nothing compared to this, though, because this horde was huge. This horde was definitely huge. And I went for ammo again. Escape through the window. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Escaping, running. Oh yeah, I forgot that that closes down on top, so I had to run out this door as quickly as possible. Took a couple of shots out. Almost killed myself there. Oh man. I noticed that at least the Horde, they're not too fast that you're able to build up your stamina bar, which I'm so glad that that's the case because, man, I would have died so many times before making this video. Even if, matter of fact, I think I wouldn't have been able to make this video even then if that was the case because, man, it's like I just kept losing stamina so quickly. And I was still looking back because I was trying to make sure that they were right behind me and not coming around the side. I think this was the moment that I closed the door. Yeah, closed the door. They went up the boxes. And I was looking around for some more materials for the possibility of making a Molotov. And I noticed that I was so far ahead of the Horde that it's like I could just take my time walking over here and just waiting for them to come up. I think this was the moment when I realized that they could climb up on here too, and the spot that I was in, I wasn't completely sure this was. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. There goes that one freak. He just climbed straight up as I climbed straight out. Oh man. And this was a moment where I could like really relax because I realized that these were the last few freaks I had to take out. I almost got hit right there because I let my guard down way too fast, but I knew I could relax. Yep. Oh, victory. Victory. Oh, I felt so good after doing this. Because it was so rewarding. Because it was like I took on this whole horde by myself with very little Molotovs or anything possible in order to defeat them. I mean, next time I'll know better and be more prepared, but still, this was a great victory for me. Anyways, thank you so very much for watching. If you stuck here for this long, please like and subscribe, and check out my other videos. I do have other videos available to watch, and have a great day.
Looks like I missed all the fun. Yeah, Next time, I drive the truck. You fight the freakers.
Yeah, brother.